You alright? Nice and comfortable? Alright, it's bedtime, so I'm gonna turn the lights out. Sweet dreams, baby. Hmm? What? Oh, uh, yeah, I got a second. Ugh. Okay. You still comfortable? I'm not taking up too much space? Okay. Mm, what sort of oh, watch your head, please. That's better. You're so warm. You're just like me. We're so warm blooded. My dad used to say I was like a hot water bottle. I'm so hot blooded, I can take a shower with cold water and leave the bathroom fucked up. No, that wasn't a joke. I'm serious. I'm not kidding, I promise. Oh, I know. I'll tell you a story about when I was little. My dad used to repeat this story a lot whenever he would tell people about the first time I ever visited the Dominican Republic. So, I was born in Maryland, and so was my dad, but he's a first generation American. His mother was a Dominican woman, but she moved to the United States from the islands. My dad spoke Spanish, but I never learned the language, and I didn't have a lot of interaction with other Hispanic people or even very many other people of color. I lived in a white neighborhood in the suburbs until I was like 11 years old, so I'd never been around many other people who looked like me. And that made me feel sad because I often thought I was ugly, and the other girls would talk about how pretty it was to have blonde and straight hair and things like that. And of course, I could never look like that, so that's probably largely the reason that I thought I must be ugly because I couldn't fit their standards. My mom is black and my dad is Hispanic, though my dad looks pretty European. So I have, very curly hair and dark skin and a broader nose and etc. Some of my siblings look whiter than me because of the Spanish we have from my dad. We believe he's about half Spanish, so that's a high concentration for him. But for me, obviously, having both black from my mom and then black from my dad's side, though we also believe he's a quarter indigenous, so not a lot of black in him. It gets more concentrated for me, so I didn't end up looking European at all or even Hispanic in the sense that most people consider it. I'd always felt like maybe there was something wrong with me or that I was out of place because I didn't look like everyone else and I didn't look like what everybody said was pretty. I felt so lost. Maybe I just really needed to be around more people like myself to realize there was a place that I belonged. So when I was like 7 or 8 years old, my whole family went to the Dominican Republic for the first time in my whole life. Now, this is me, my mom, and my dad, and three of my siblings because my youngest ones hadn't been born yet. Mind you, none of us speak Spanish but my dad, but we get up and decide to visit my grandparents' country. I guess I didn't know exactly what to expect because most of my life I had always been in a predominantly white neighborhood. When my dad tells this story, he always says that when I got off the plane, I looked around the whole airport and tapped him and whispered, "Daddy, there are so many black people here." And he said to me, "Yeah, this country is mostly black." And when he said that, he says my whole face lit up with a smile, like I had finally found the place where I belonged. This was the place where I could be myself without myself being weird or out of the ordinary. And I didn't have to be different or be the kid that the other kids weren't allowed to play with just because of what I look like. These were my people. I could be just like everyone else. Not that life is about trying to fit in, but it's such a special feeling to belong somewhere. I could walk down the street without anyone looking twice at me, even though I don't even speak the language. just because I looked like everyone else. Nobody considered me weird or unusual. It was a nice feeling. And of course, no place is ever perfect, but I like living in a culture where old ladies will call my little sister mi morena as a term of endearment. Yes, my little brown girl. That's what you are. There's no shame in it. I think we all need a place where we can belong. Right? Right. Mwah. You're getting drowsy, so I'm going to go now. Sweet dreams, baby. Sleep tight. I love you. I love you so much. Don't forget, even in your dreams, remember. Good night. Mwah.